No one likes getting older. As the United Nations turns 80, those signs of age are clear. 8 decades after representatives from 51 member states signed a charter to, quote, save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, conflict rages on in Gaza, Ukraine, and Sudan. Humanitarian crises have ravaged the Democratic Republic of Congo, Haiti, and Yemen. Globally, 123 million people have been forcibly displaced from their homes. I could go on, and while the United Nations is quick to condemn these injustices, the truth is that persistent deadlock and dysfunction have stifled meaningful action, our GZERO world. At the same time, a long-simmering problem is now boiling over. The United Nations is running out of cash.
As the United Nations marks 80 years since its foundation, any celebrations may be overshadowed by a funding crisis that some say is amongst the worst it's ever faced.
The United Nations has called its financial strain undeniable, warning that budget shortfalls are hitting its life-saving aid programs hardest. At risk, efforts ranging from HIV/AIDS initiatives in Tajikistan to protections for women and girls in crisis zones like the DRC, Sudan, Haiti, Afghanistan. So why is this happening now? Well, for one thing, the organization cannot borrow money. There's no deficit spending. Can you even imagine that? Because the United Nations is not a sovereign government. It has no capital base, has no assets, has no power to tax. It is entirely dependent on the contributions of its member states. And since January 20th, 2025, its most important member state has made it a priority to cut those contributions. Elon Musk may have parted ways with the White House, but U.S. President Trump's mission to cut billions in foreign aid is still well underway.
A dramatic move by President Trump tonight. He's trying to single-handedly block nearly $5 billion in foreign aid already approved by Congress.
It would be unfair, though, to say that the United States is solely responsible for the UN's financial woes. In 2024, 41 countries owed $760 million in unpaid mandatory dues. And China, which accounts for 20% of the UN's annual budget, has also become flaky in when it actually makes its contributions. Last year, it was the second to last country to pay its dues. And in last place, North Korea. The UN's leadership is sounding the alarm. In March, Secretary General Guterres launched a major cost-cutting initiative to coincide with the UN's 80th birthday called UN80. Proposals included cutting staff, consolidating the organization's many agencies into 4 streamlined branches, and moving offices from pricey New York and Geneva to cheaper cities like Nairobi. But will it be enough? And can the United Nations continue to function in a world where so many of the most important members are questioning its value?